Welcome to Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson here for a meditation a day. Today we are so fortunate to have Reverend Kathleen Caputo with us. She is the founder, the mother of Hado Bear, who's right over her shoulders, and she can talk to us about Hado Bear in a little bit. Today her meditation is God is the creative field of infinite possibilities. We're so excited to be on this journey with you, Kathleen, so thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. I always love being here with EWN and with you, Ruth, and with everyone who's here and everyone who's going to be listening later on. So, what I'd like to do today, before we go on our journey, is to give you a little bit of background about why God is all possibilities and that so are we. So, in 1973, Carl Sagan, the American astronomer and planetary scientist, declared that we are all made out of star stuff, meaning that the elements of our bodies are actually forged in ancient stars, and that they were separated and brought all out into the cosmos. And it's so important for us to know how powerful we are just by thinking about that we're made out of star stuff. And the ideas that our bodies share this cosmic lineage dates back to that. But scientific breakthroughs show that we're all enabled to have that within us, those star qualities, those things of God, because we're all made out of God. The stars, us, everything in the universe is made out of God. And God is the field of creation and infinite possibilities. And we live in that field because we are made out of it. So, since we are divine, and since the divine is infinite, so are we. So, since we can know this right here and right now, we know that we can't run out of ideas. We can't run out of possibilities because God can't. And so there's no limit to our desires. There's no limit to our dreams. Everything is possible. The only thing that we have to remember, the only thing that we have to do is accept whatever possibilities that resonate with us, and to also release and let go of any belief that there's big or small in God or in us, and to let go of that word impossible, because everything is possible. So I'd like us to go on a little bit of a journey right now. And it's a very, very safe journey and secure journey. And so what I'd like you to do first is just close your eyes and just put your hand on your heart. And just take a nice deep breath. Just in and out. And let's affirm together that we're all safe, we're all secure, and we are in the atmosphere and the care of the divine right here and right now. And that we are so grateful for all that we have, with all of the blessings that are coming to us today and for every day. And so as you have your eyes closed, I'd like you to just look up and imagine seeing a beautiful, beautiful blue sky with beautiful white, fluffy clouds. And just imagine those clouds being something beautiful that you would just like to lay on. And imagine one of them coming toward you and laying right next to you. And just lay down on that cloud now. And feel that it contours to every part of your body. and that you are more comfortable than you've ever been before. And know that you're totally safe, that this cloud is right here for you. And just see how you feel on that cloud and become one with it, because that cloud is one with you, made out of the same substance. And take a few moments to do that. And now start to feel that cloud coming up, moving up further and further and further. And finally, you're past all of the other clouds in the sky. And you're moving up and up and up so safely. And that as you move up, you find that your consciousness is expanding. And it's expanding more and more as you see the expansion of the universe. And you might even start to feel a little excitement about going on this journey, about expanding your consciousness and seeing the expansion of the universe. And now we are all the way up to the stars. We're in the darkness of night. And we see these beautiful shining stars all around us. And we remember that we're made out of the same star stuff. And you might, if you've looked at stars before, you've studied them, you might recognize a star. You might know the name of it. You might know the name of a formation of stars that you see. And just bask in this light of these beautiful stars. And what I'd like you to know is that you are also a beautiful light. And that the only difference between you and these stars is that the stars can only shine at night, but you can shine your light in the daytime and at night. And that light goes forth from you and greets everyone and everything that you come in contact with. And so just sit in those stars right now on your wonderful, comfortable cloud. And all of a sudden, you start to know that there are possibilities moving across right in front of you. Infinite possibilities. And there's one after another. And you might see it, you might hear it, or you might just feel it. But they're all there for you. And you have the ability to take one of those possibilities, and you have the ability to take all of the possibilities that you want to take. And as you see them go past you, take the one that you want to experience and just reach out to it and put it right in your heart. And feel that possibility there. And know that your heart can expand as wide as it needs to, and it can put as many of those possibilities right there. And see how you feel about it. See how you'd feel about having that possibility come into fruition, that you can experience it in your life. And imagine it there already. And as you do, I'd like you to know that with that possibility came everything necessary for its fulfillment. If you need any material, if you need a way of doing it, if you need information, if you need the ability to do it, if you need help to do it, it all came with that possibility. And there are many ways that you can fulfill this because you have guides that help you. You have angels, the messengers of God, that are always right there with you. So that possibility can become anything you want it to be. And other people might have taken similar possibilities, but there's no two alike because everyone is unique. And you take your own unique possibility and make it your own. Make it the way you would like it to be. Make it the way you would like to see it. Just like as you go down an aisle in a grocery store, there's the possibility of cereal, but every person took their own ability and made it their own. So you see all different types of cereal. It's the same thing. When we take a possibility, we can't take from someone else. We never take from someone else. There's always enough for everyone. There's infinite possibilities. So you might want to take one that really resonates with you, something that you really desired for a long time, or something new that all of a sudden, as you saw this possibility, you said, yeah, I would like to accept that in my heart. I would like to have that in my life. And just focus on it for a little while. Focus and see if you need any help. If maybe there's a little fear, a little doubt, and know that you're getting past that right here and right now, because God always supports anything that you accept as your possibility. You live in that field of creation every moment of every day. And you are so powerful. You are a powerful creator because you have that co-creation with God. You have that partner that is always supporting you and lifting you up and giving you anything that you need to fulfill your desires. And those desires could be to make something. It might be to write a song. It might be to help someone else. It might be to change the world, to help bring peace to the world. And that's why God is always supporting you, because anything that comes into your mind originates in the mind of God. So it's always for the highest and the best good of everyone. And so I'd like you to know that I took you to the stars today, into the darkness of where all of the light shines, and to be in that atmosphere of total creation and of every possibility. But before we come back now, I'd like you to know that we don't have to go to the stars. We don't have to go up, up, up into the universe to accept our possibilities. Because wherever we are, whenever we are always in that field of creation that God is within all of us. It's above us, below us, around us, and in every cell of our being. And so I'd like you to have the confidence today to know that you can do anything. Just with that confidence and that willingness to be accepting of all of the good that God has for you. We're doing that today. And I know that your life changes for the better just by knowing this, just by knowing that every possibility is yours and is everyone's, for your loved ones, even for your animals, anything you want to have for any of the loved ones in your life, you can see it happening for them too, because we're all one with each other. And what we do, what we think for ourselves, we can do for others. So just let go. Let go and accept all that is already yours, all that is the blessing that God has for each one of us. And know that you are a magnificent, wonderful, beautiful light in this world. And so I think it's time to come back. And you can feel your cloud coming back easily and softly. And you're now back in your chair with this new knowledge that you can do anything and be anything. And when you're ready, open up your eyes and just take a deep breath. And I thank you so much for going on this journey with me. It was such an honor to be with you today. Thank you.
Kathleen, it was such an honor to have you lead us on that journey today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You said anything that comes into your mind originates with God.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that for just a minute?
Yes, absolutely. The mind of God is in us because we are made out of the mind of God. We're made out of God. So whatever it knows, we have the ability to know. Just a little story. When I was much younger, I started being able to know when things were going to happen, what was going to happen. I would know when people were going to pass away, and it frightened me, but it kept on coming. And my uncle was moving to Florida, and something said to me, I'm never going to see him again. And I almost hugged the stuffing out of the poor man. He probably wondered what's going on with her. Well, he passed away of a massive heart attack 3 months later. And I was in my 30s at the time, and I never told my parents or anyone about these things that I knew. And I had already started looking at Edgar Cayce and reading his books and the things that he did. And I also knew that Jesus said, these and greater things you shall do. And I finally opened up to my father and I said, Dad, I knew that Uncle Ben was going to die. And I felt guilty that I didn't tell anybody, that maybe I could have saved him. And my father just looked at me like, oh, okay, what's going on with her? But at the same time, he was open enough to say, well, how do you know this? And in the back of one of Edgar Cayce's books, he had this circle, and there were little points of light around it. And he said, these are all of the creations of God. And since we're all one, we know what's in the mind of God. So we're all able to do this. It's whether we are open enough to have that, and we always have that connection. But we've been taught that that's not what it should be. And so this is what I like to teach children too, is that we're all able to know whatever is in the mind of God. And we can accept that, and we can know that we're powerful, and we're always expanding our consciousness more and more every day. So whatever God knows, we know. And God can never go against itself because we're one with it. We wouldn't chop off our pinky, so God would never go against us either. It's always for us and always moving us forward because God is always in movement, always changing. And we're always changing. Look at how we're born as an infant, and we're turned into a baby and a little child, and then a teenager, and then a young adult, and then we're older. And so it's always changing, and it's always for the good. So that's how I would explain it.
All right. Thank you, Kathleen.
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen, what would you like folks to know about you or maybe about Hado Bear?
Yeah, Hado Bear came into existence by meeting Dr. Masaru Emoto, who wrote The Hidden Messages in Water. And he believed that our thoughts and our words and our beliefs are reflected back to us in our life experience. And in his book, he showed some experiments that he did because he also believed that water reflects our thoughts, words, and beliefs. And he did an experiment where he took 2 vials of water and he wrote, "You fool" on one and "thank you" on the other. And he left those words there overnight. And in the morning, he took a droplet of water out of each vial and he froze them. And under a high powered microscope, after they were frozen, he looked at what they turned into. The one that said "you fool" turned into something very ugly looking. But the one that said "thank you" turned into a beautiful water crystal. And he did this with all different types of words. He did it with prayers and music. And he took the pictures and put it in this book. And one of them was a combination of thank you, of gratitude, and I love you. And it turned into the most beautiful crystal I've ever seen. And I wanted to have it made into a ring. And to make a long story short, I had a friend who's a jewelry designer, and she liked what I wanted to do. And I wanted to be able to use those pictures and put them on a box with the different types of jewelry in it, depicting all these different crystals. And in a couple of weeks, she had a whole jewelry design drawn. And we found out Dr. Emoto was going to be in California, and we ended up meeting him and meeting his whole company. And we were going to make jewelry like that. We weren't able to come into business to be able to have our contracts and sign them because they just didn't understand the business that we wanted to do. But in the hotel that we were in, there was a huge stuffed polar bear in the doorway. And my friend, knowing that I'm a child still, said, "Kathy, that has to be your bear." And $125 later, in a big box on the plane, I brought him home. And he ended up being the subject of my book, where we teach that we're all different, but we're all perfect just the way we are. And in the book, Hado Bear is saying, nobody's buying me. What's wrong with me? Should I have been a dog or a cat or a different color? And haven't we all gone through things like that, especially children? So he teaches that we're all perfect just the way we are, always be kind, and that our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs come back to us. So it's important to keep them positive. So Hado Bear's secret is that he can talk. And we have videos of Hado Bear talking to the children. And we also have a nonprofit for children that are ill or special needs children. And we send a book and a bear and a superhero membership certificate because all of these children are superheroes.
It's just a beautiful mission that you're doing. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you for
Thank you. Thank you so
sharing
much.
your love through Hado Bear throughout the world.
Thank you. That's what we're doing. We want to get him out there as fast and as wonderful as possible to as many kids and families. And we find that adults tell me that they're learning from reading the book and from learning what Hado Bear is teaching. So our nonprofit is Source of Guidance. And we have a website, sourceofguidance.org. You can go on there and see what we do for children in hospitals. We've given hundreds of books and bears to hospitals and children's organizations like Ronald McDonald House. And he's gone all over the United States because we send out individually to children that we find out are in the hospital or ill. And our wonderful friend Terry brings Hado Bear with her too. So he's gone more places than I have, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And if you want to get in touch with me, it's Kathy at hadobear.com, Kathy at HADOBEAR.com. I'd be happy to find out about any children that you know that need Hado Bear. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me.
Beautiful. Kathleen, thank you so much for your time here today. Friends, as Kathleen said, she's still a child at heart, and I'm hoping that you are also able to find that child at heart. So take good care. God bless. We'll see you soon.